Okay, so we are going to finish up not only this unit, but this semester talking about the equations of circles. Our objectives will be to graph and write the equations of circles. Those of you that have already taken Algebra 2 or are taking Algebra 2 also with geometry, this is going to be a review for you from either first semester this year or last year. So if you've taken Algebra 2, you've seen this material before, it'll probably come back pretty quickly for you. The standard form for the equation of a circle is the quantity x minus h squared plus the quantity y minus k squared equals r squared. From this equation, you can get two pieces of information. You can get the point of the center of the circle, which is hk. So if you look back at the equation, whatever number is in for h, that's the x-coordinate of your center. Whatever number is in for k is the y-coordinate of your center. The other piece of information that you can get from the equation is the radius, r. Notice in the equation, you have r squared. So from the equation, we would take the square root of that number to get the radius. And we're going to do all of this. I just wanted to talk through it a little bit. So the first type of example that we are going to look at is given the center and radius, plugging those values into the formula to write the equation. Okay? So what I want you to do first, just to get us started until you're a little more comfortable with this material, underneath your center, I want you to write h and k. So under -1, write an h, under 5, write a k. That's just going to help you know exactly what values to plug in your formula. And obviously, it says r equals 3, so we know where that's going to go. All right, so here's what we are going to do. We are going to start with that same formula. So the quantity x minus, now what is the value of h? All right, so this is going to be x minus -1 quantity squared plus the quantity y minus, what's the value of k? Okay, so we'll have y minus 5 quantity squared equals, what's my value of r? So we'll have that equal 3 squared. So all I did at this point was I took our values of h, k, and r, and I substituted them in to the formula. Now what we'll do is go through one more time and simplify anything that we can. So, what's something that you guys see that we could simplify here?
3 squared.
Okay, so we could definitely simplify the 3 squared to 9. What else? Yep, we can make that minus a negative a plus. So we'll write that as x plus 1 quantity squared plus y minus 5 quantity squared. That is your equation. What I want you to notice is this, because this will help us going from the equation to finding the center and the radius. What I want you to notice is in the equation, the signs with x and y are like the opposite of what the coordinates of the center are. Are you noticing that? So what I mean by that is the coordinates of the center, number 1, were -1, 5. In the equation, it's x plus 1 and y minus 5. Same thing here. The coordinates of the center were 2, negative 3. In the equation, it's x minus 2 and y plus 3. Okay, so kind of keep that in your head. What we are going to do now is looking at a graph of a circle. We are going to first identify the center and the radius, and then from that, just what we did, write the equation of your circle. So, these graphs are a little bit hard to see unless you zoom way in. But we're just looking at the graph, just looking at the coordinates. So where is the center of that circle? What are the coordinates of the center of that circle? Colton?
1, 2.
Exactly. What you'll typically see for the center is a capital C and then just parentheses with the coordinates. That says what the center is. And then the radius is what? Ladies and gentlemen? 4. So then from that, you have the information. You can plug those values into your standard equation to write the equation of this circle.
Asian elephants don't run.
All right, Bailey, what did you do on this one?
So I found the center and that was -2, -1, and the radius is 2. So I did x plus 2 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals 4.
Very good. Okay, so the center is at -2, -1. The radius we're shown as 2. Plugging those values into the equation gives us quantity x plus 2 squared plus quantity y plus 1 squared equals 4. Very good. All right, last type of problem that we are looking at is given the equation, we're going to state the center and the radius, and then we're going to graph it. So, keep in mind what I pointed out to you, that from the equation, the coordinates of the center are kind of like the opposite signs. So looking at that equation, what's the center of that circle?
Elephants can get sunburned.
Okay, what's the center of this circle? Taylor, what do you think?
2, -1.
I'll take the 2, but I don't like the -1.
2, 1.
Nope.
0.
2, 0, exactly. Notice there's no quantity. There's no number added or subtracted from y, so that would just be a 0. What's the radius? 2, very good. Make sure you remember to take the square root of that to get the radius. Now, really, graphing from this is super easy. Super easy. So don't make it hard, because it should be super easy. You're going to plot, like super easy. You are going to plot the center. So in this case, plot 2, 0. And then you are going to use your radius, which is 2, and you are going to use your radius in 4 directions. Up, down, left, right. Okay? So what I mean by that is, from that center point, we are going to go up 2 units, make a little mark. Down 2 units, make a little mark, because we know that the radius is from the center to a point on the circle. Yeah, we're going to go right 2 places, make a mark, left 2 places, make a mark, and then that guides us to draw our circle. It's not going to be perfect, but as long as you have those 4 markings for your radius, it's going to be just fine. All right, looking at number 6. Kaylin, what is the center of this circle? Very good. -2, 3, and what is the radius? 4, very good. So once you get your center and your radius, it's just a matter of plotting. So -2, 3. And then our radius was 4. So from your center point, go up, down, left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. and kind of connect the dots in a circle as best as you can. It's not going to be perfect. So our center was a -1, -4, radius 3, and then we can sketch our circle.